So this month I'm going to do things a little backwards on my debt journey update. This is from June 1st to July 1st. And I'm saving the best part for later in the video. That's why I'm doing it backwards. But my total figures, and we'll look at them again later, show that my debt went down to $52,443, which means overall my debt has gone down just over $9,900. And because each of these donuts are worth 20, that means I need to color in all but... Okay, so now I did my math again. I don't know why I wrote down certain things, but I need to get that, I need to have 95 of these colored in on this debt tracker. That will be 1,900 out of the 2,000. We've got 5 here that are separate, so I'm just going to color in these last 4 rows and leave these 5. So I was hoping to get this one completed this month, but it didn't happen. So I will save the reason why until the second half. And I'm going to start coloring. We'll be able to finish this one up for sure next month. Then I'm hoping my debt going down will go faster starting in August, but I'll talk about that next month and later today. So let's start coloring, and I'll put on some new music, and we're just going to leave these 5 for later. I've got all my pens out already. Just need to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. All the way up to here. Can we see all that? Yes. Okay. So, music on, coloring begins. And now they are all colored except for those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the rest are colored. So, yay! It's almost done. Alrighty. So let's look at the snowball tracker first. I'm working on my target card. And somehow I forgot to do the snowball payment on it in June. So there was only a $36 payment, and so the new total is $883. And I don't remember, I've got it written down someplace else what day I wrote that on. I think probably the 24th. So I didn't get very far on that, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't finish off that tracker. But all is not lost. I got a little discombobulated because of what happened with one of my debts. So here's the full one. Okay, so here's the full one. Here it is cut down, so it's a little... Okay, so my battery died and at the same time, Ernesto started barking. So took a quick break, got a new battery in. And this is the cut down version. There, it's straight. Okay, so from June 1st, I still had 13 debts. For July 1st, I was down to 12. And this was a really big deal for me, okay? Just as a reminder, everything in the light green is paid off. Everything in the yellow, which there's only one right now, is on the snowball tracker. And then the new one that got paid off this month, or I guess last month, was this one. I made a really big payment to get that paid off by July 1st. It was a big deal to me because even though it wasn't my biggest debt, it was my second biggest monthly bill as far as my debts go. So it is going to make a really big difference in my budget starting, like, I guess by the middle of August, okay? Because what I will be able to do now is make one large payment on one of my credit cards that pays 1.5% interest back, and stop using all my other credit cards. So those debts, all these other ones, should start going down quicker. Because I didn't have enough money in my budget to pay for living essentials like food, gas, co-pays, that type of thing. But I'm trying to figure out my budget on how much to pay extra on one of the cards. And I don't see where, I think it's this, it's one of these two. But it gives me 1.5% back. So I'll make that large payment, and then that's how much I can spend that month. I can't charge anything on any of the other cards. So all these other ones, every month I was having to use the little bit of credit that I got from having made a payment to get through the month. And it was a pain. I had to judge when I could buy groceries before they would add interest to that card, and then there wouldn't be any room left on it. And I sometimes had to use 2 credit cards at the grocery store to pay for the groceries because I only had so much room on each one. So I'm hoping this will make me feel more like a normal person going forward. And so getting this one paid off is a really big deal. And I'll be better on my snowball debt next month. I guess now it's July, so this month. I'll be better this month. And get that one start to go down faster. But I really didn't care about anything else because I got this one paid off. It was huge. I've been paying on that loan. It was a loan, not a credit card, for 4.5 years. I still had another 6 months to go. And I started making some larger payments so I could get it paid off sooner rather than later. And so it should have been paid off by the end of this year. And now it is paid off by July 1st. So that is my big news. This debt went down by, from started at 62,351. Now it's 52,443. That's a drop of $9,908, which to me seems like a miracle. I mean, truly a miracle. And next month, I should hit that $10,000 mark, finish up that other tracker, start a new one. And A year ago, I never would have thought I'd be able to pay off this much debt this quickly. So the snowball method is working. My savings challenges are working. There'll be a time when I probably can't do the savings challenges anymore, or because I'll stop working eventually. I mean, I got this extra job in my retirement to handle this. So I guess we'll see what my budget looks like during August, because I'll stop using my credit cards in the middle of July. But I'll still be using them, you know, for the first half of the month. So there's still going to be large minimum payments on them all. And then by the middle of August, I should see what my new minimum payments are on everything without charging anything except on that one card. And I will be able to come up with a brand new budget for everything. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope your debt journey is going well if you're on one. If you're not on one, maybe you don't need to do a debt journey. Maybe you were smarter when you were younger than I was, or smarter than I was when I was younger. But thanks for stopping in, and I really appreciate it every time somebody leaves me some encouraging comments, because there's not a whole lot of people I can talk to about this. I mean, debts are kind of, you know, embarrassing to talk about. But you don't know me, so it's fine. But I've gone now from 28 debts to 12. 12? I mean, that's getting rid of 16 debts in the last year. So, I'm just going to keep going. Now, mind you, most of these were a lot smaller. But there's still debts. They still had to have minimum payments. And now it's down to 12. Only these in the white and the yellow are left. And I'm hoping by September, maybe this yellow one will be gone and I can kick it back up. Because what I've been doing is when they get, instead of having green lines all over the place, I've been turning them green and then moving them either up if it had a high interest rate or down if it had a low interest rate. So they've got all the ones I'm working on in the center. So again, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking my videos. Thank you for letting me continue to grow this channel. It means a lot to me. And I will see you next time. Bye.